Hello everyone, Joel here. It's been a while since we're talking about Switch RPG specifically, and let's be real, with the release of Switch 2, there are tons of new games waiting for you to enjoy. To satisfy our delicate interest, we'll be diving into some of the best new Switch JRPGs that you should play right now. Some of you might disagree with my list, but that's okay, because at the end of the day, we all have our own opinion. But before we go into the list, I want to introduce you to the best platform for buying games in this modern era, and it's called Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is the perfect place for you to shop in games these days. Your transactions are legit, fast, and their supports are ready 24/7, so you don't need to worry about anything. Do you think I was done? Not even close. They have lots of games for your favorite platforms, and they have the best deals as well. Instead of cutting your budget for dinner to buy new games, why not try Instant Gaming and eat healthy as well? All you have to do is just click my link in the description below, start searching for your favorite games, and use the activation code on your chosen platforms. By using my link, you're not only saving tons of money, but also helping me to support this channel. Alright then, let's get back into the list.
Told me the same.
After more than 2 decades, Phantom Brave finally receives a sequel in The Lost Hero, and while it arrives with some rough edges, it still carries the heart of a unique SRPG. The story follows Marona and Ash shortly after the original, introducing new characters like Apricot while setting up a light but serviceable adventure. The real draw is still the battle system. Unlike traditional grid-based tactics, units are summoned onto the field through Marona's confined ability, binding spirits to items scattered across the map. This system opens creative strategies, using drop weapons or positioned objects to spawn allies exactly where you need them. The variety of Phantom classes, combined with a hub full of progression options like skill training and expeditions, keeps the game moving between fights.
Protein!
As long as I'm with Marona.
Tales of Graces F Remastered brings back one of the series' most beloved entries, and while its roots show, it remains a strong JRPG experience in 2025. The story is simple in outline, but the way the characters grow over time is what gives the game weight. Watching Asbel shift from reckless youth to burdened knight, or seeing his brother's bitterness take hold after years of change, makes the cast feel more alive than in many RPGs of its era. Exploration is straightforward, with linear maps that show the game's Wii origins, but combat keeps things engaging. The style shift, linear motion battle system allows fluid control of one character while allies act alongside you, with artists and titles offering depth without overwhelming newcomers.
すねを謝らなければ完璧なんですがね。
いやー、おだてても。
Trails Through Daybreak 2 continues Van Arkwright's journey in Calvard, offering a follow-up that builds on its predecessor while introducing new wrinkles in both story and gameplay. The narrative kicks off with a mystery surrounding a serial killer who shares Van's unique Grendel form, quickly drawing him and Elaine into a case that grows in scope and complexity. While the cast remains strong and characterization is as detailed as ever, the pacing leans heavily on time travel twists, which occasionally undercut the tension and slow the arc's momentum. Combat remains the highlight of the game, expanding the hybrid system of real-time strikes and traditional turn-based strategy. The latter still shines brightest, with tactical positioning, arts, and crafts delivering satisfying depth, while quick action features help speed up encounters. SaGa Frontier 2 Remastered revives a cult favorite from the PlayStation era, and while its systems can feel dated, the experience is still compelling thanks to its strong story and striking presentation. The game unfolds across 2 main arcs: Gustav XIII, a prince exiled for lacking magical talent, and Will Knights, a digger investigating the mystery behind his parents' deaths. These threads run largely in parallel until converging late in the adventure, and the freedom to approach them in different orders gives the game a flexible structure. The remaster enhances the original's watercolor-inspired visuals with optional updates that add smoother outlines and richer color, while also inserting new story segments that deepen relationships and provide extra context. Combat also offers variety with team battles, duels, and large-scale tactical encounters, though weapon degradation and uneven pacing can make some fights feel like a chore. Lunar Remastered Collection brings two of the most beloved JRPGs of the 90s back to life, and it does so with both care and compromise. Silver Star Story and Eternal Blue arrive on Switch with enhanced PS1 versions at their core, updated visuals, new voice acting, and a few quality-of-life improvements. The strength of these games remains in their heartfelt storytelling. At their center are coming-of-age journeys filled with friendship, adventure, and romance, carried by a cast that is still as endearing as ever. The localization strikes a balance between staying true to the playful tone of the originals while trimming away some of the dated humor. New features like shared inventory and fast-forward combat also help modernize the experience, though they sometimes undercut the difficulty. Fantasy Life I arrives more than a decade after the 3DS original, and it manages to capture much of what fans loved while expanding into new territory. At its core, the life system remains the heart of the experience. Swapping freely between crafting, gathering, and combat roles creates a satisfying loop of synergy where each life feeds into the others. The ability to change classes anywhere, along with mounts, fast travel, and multiplayer, makes this sequel much more convenient than its predecessor. What sets this entry apart are its two major additions. Genormosia, a wide-open land inspired by modern open-world design, introduces towers, shrines, and exploration-focused quests. Meanwhile, Mystery allows players to customize and decorate their own village in a way that recalls Animal Crossing. Fuga Melodies of Steel closes out this heartfelt trilogy with a finale that balances emotional storytelling and refined strategy. From the opening moments, the game sets a darker tone, pushing its young cast into desperate situations while tying up long-running story threads. Mei takes on a central role this time, and her growth adds weight to its narrative. The branching timeline system ensures choices matter, offering both closure and replay value for longtime fans. Combat builds smartly on past entries. The new weakness combo mechanic rewards precise targeting and quick character swaps, while assist attacks bring in allies for healing, buffs, and powerful strikes. These systems add dynamism without slowing the pace, and while the Soul Cannon remains a painful but vital option, the Akasha Panel's Rewind feature gives players more flexibility in exploring outcomes.
I think it's also supposed to help you for
Guardians of Azuma is a turning point for the Rune Factory series, taking bold risks while still holding onto its core identity. Rather than leaning heavily on farming as in past entries, the game shifts focus toward village management, letting players construct buildings, assign tasks, and shape the growth of each settlement. While this change softens the tension of seasonal farming cycles, it opens up new layers of strategy and ties neatly into the broader RPG structure. Exploration is one of the game's strongest points. Inspired by modern open-world design, Azuma's regions encourage discovery with hidden shrines, resource-rich areas, and sacred treasures that unlock new paths. Combat also remains familiar but gains depth through the addition of skill trees, sacred treasure abilities, and party members who fill distinct combat roles.
Oh!
Let's take out the trash, yeah?
Super Robot Wars Y proves that the long-running strategy crossover still has room to surprise. Where past entries sometimes coasted on fan service interactions, this one delivers a stronger balance of engaging battles and playful character moments. The premise sets the stage with political intrigue from Code Geass and Gundam before quickly expanding into the chaos of multiverse threats. Gameplay follows the traditional SRW loop of grid-based combat, spirit abilities, and squad customization, but refinement is the key word here. Assist link mechanics allow support units to add depth to tactics, while the returning mission select system and auto battle options help streamline pacing. Romancing Saga 2 proves that sometimes a remake can surpass its own legacy. The game takes the familiar lineage-based progression of the original and elevates it with modern systems, deep customization, and a world that genuinely reacts to your decisions. Each emperor carries the kingdom forward, passing on stats, equipment, and world knowledge across generations, which creates a satisfying loop of growth, discovery, and strategic planning. Combat is both familiar and fresh. Turn order is displayed on a timeline, while united attacks, weakness exploitation, and the glimmer system encourage experimentation and reward risk-taking. Party composition and formations also matter, and with over 30 job classes and a multitude of abilities to unlock, each battle feels meaningful.
I'm ready for anything. Okay.
Leave it to me.
Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster reminds us why Konami's classic RPG series remains timeless. Even decades after their original release, the stories of underdogs fighting tyranny resonate deeply with the players. The HD Remaster brings the first two entries up to modern standards, with widescreen support, improved character portraits, 8-directional movement, and polished localizations. Combat is as satisfying as ever, with turn-based battles enhanced by runes, unite attacks, and the 108 Stars of Destiny system, which allows players to recruit, manage, and customize a sprawling cast. Army battles, duels, and strategy-light mechanics also add variety to the experience, keeping engagements fresh across both titles. Cladun XIII is an RPG built around choice, creativity, and customization taken to the extreme. At its core, the game celebrates the freedom to shape every aspect of your experience, from character stats and gear to dungeon music, visuals, and even the pace of exploration. For those who love to tinker, the game provides deep, system-rich tools such as the Power Circle system, which allows sub-characters to channel mana to the main character, creating a risk-reward dynamic that rewards experimentation and careful planning. Despite its complexity, Cladun X3 is remarkably approachable. Players can enjoy simpler builds and gradually engage with more intricate systems as they grow confident. The game's dungeons, divided into randomized 100-floor regions and structured map gens, also offer both challenge and replayability, with exit portals, high-stakes loot, and optional speedrunning incentives, giving every run a sense of tension and reward.
To rout.
Final Fantasy Tactics has always stood out as one of the finest tactical RPGs, and the Ivalice Chronicles refines that experience beautifully. Stepping into the shoes of Ramza Beoulve, players navigate a gripping story of nobility, rebellion, and moral complexity, brought to life through crystal-clear visuals and full voice acting that elevates even familiar scenes into emotional highlights. The game offers two modes, a classic version faithful to the original and an enhanced version that streamlines pre-battle setup, adds a tactical top-down view, predicts damage, and improves AI behavior. Players can now also reposition units freely, manage jobs, and experiment with abilities before combat even begins. while some War of the Lions content like additional characters and jobs is missing. The hybrid narrative, stunning visuals, and incredible job system still make this a must-play tactical RPG. Trails in the Sky First Chapter is a standout JRPG that balances series tradition with modern accessibility. Set in the vibrant land of Liberl, players follow siblings Estelle and Joshua as they train as bracers, navigating missions, monster encounters, and a rich cast of characters. Combat is deep and flexible, with a quartz-based system that lets players chain abilities, overcharge techniques, and strategize using melee, range, and elemental attacks. Real-time traversal and tactical turn-based battles offer variety, while high-speed mode and difficulty settings cater to newcomers and veterans alike. The remake also elevates the world visually with fully animated 3D environments, fluid combat, and multiple audio options, including stellar Japanese and English voice work.
Let us begin.
My turn. Here we go!
002? The ship we escaped Earth on?
Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition firmly establishes itself as a must-play on the Nintendo Switch in 2025. From the moment you step onto Planet Mira, the game immerses you in a vast, intricately designed world, where humanity clings to survival after fleeing Earth. Combat shines through its thoughtful balance between on-foot action and mech-based assaults, combining real-time strikes with strategic skill management. The Definitive Edition refines these systems, introducing quick recharge mechanics, permanent XP gain for all party members, and improved UI and world navigation. Optional side quests, affinity missions, and the expanded roster of characters also add layers to both progression and storytelling. Not to mention the new story content, additional skills, and a revised ending make this version appealing to both returning players and newcomers.
Fly nice! Move in and do some damage!
So futile.
If you need someone to talk to, I'm here.
No need to get too close. Attack the
Target in sight! Shadow strike!
I've been waiting to lash out.
Alright boys, I think that's it for today. I know that there are other new Switch JRPGs that I haven't mentioned yet, so how about sharing your best new Switch JRPGs that probably deserve the spot in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss another great list. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Peace.